Hey, what's up guys? John here. Very bad news for crypto and the US banking system if Warren Buffett is right on this. Warren Buffett has placed some major bets. First, that the US banking system is going to be in trouble. Second, that the Japan market is going to do a lot better. The economy in Japan is going to do a lot better than the US economy. And third, that pharma is going to do very well going forward. Now, why would you think that the banking system, possibly, and crypto could do poorly? Well, Biden, his pick for bank regulator, worries banks are getting too powerful. This lady, Saule Omarova, she is a nightmare for crypto. So here's what she wants to do. Biden reportedly is set to nominate a law professor critical of crypto and big banks to run the OCC. If you don't know what the OCC is, it's the Office of Controller of the Currency. Now, what they are attempting to do is President Biden is preparing to nominate a Cornell University law professor who has been critical of cryptocurrencies and envisions a larger role for the government in overseeing banks to run the Office of the Controller of Currency, according to a Bloomberg report. Biden, as soon as this week, will name Saule Omarova as his choice to head the OCC. Bloomberg reported late Wednesday, citing three unnamed sources familiar with the nomination process. The OCC is a key regulator overseeing consumer banking and supervises large lenders such as Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase. Omarova, a banking law professor, is expected to push for tougher oversight and rules in the industry. A native of Kazakhstan, Omarova, in an October 2020 academic paper, wrote about a blueprint for a people's ledger, or a comprehensive restructuring of the central bank's balance sheet to democratize money and finance the world's largest economy. By separating the lending function from the monetary function, a proposed reform for banks would effectively end banking as we know it, with Omarova making a direct play on the title of the 2014 book, The End of Banking, Money, Credit, and the Digital Revolution. Biden's aides were vetting Omarova in August, according to the New York Times, noting that Omarova has said cryptocurrency operations could allow banks to conduct more trading activity out of oversight of the Federal Reserve and other regulators. Bloomberg reported that Omarova contends that digital tokens threaten to destabilize the economy and are vulnerable to abuse by private firms at the expense of public safeguards. Omarova served in President George W. Bush's administration as a special advisor for the regulatory policy. In the Treasury Department, she practiced law at the Davis Polk and Wardwell, specializing in corporate transactions and advisory work in financial regulations. If confirmed by the Senate to a 5-year term, Omarova would take from Michael Hsu, a former Fed official who has been running the OCC on an active basis since May. Hsu this week told Blockchain Panel that crypto and decentralized finance look similar to the financial instruments that sparked the 2008 financial crisis. Omarova goes on to say that it's a system to beat a system. That's what they want, a system to beat a system. And she wrote, it takes a system to beat a system. And she added, her proposal is to deliberately radical in scope and substance. In her proposal, central bank accounts fully replace rather than compete with private bank deposits tied to the issuance of general purpose central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, aka digital dollars. As for the CDBD itself, the direct CBDC option enables the Fed to internalize all payments, according to her paper, by simultaneously crediting and discrediting transactioning parties' accounts on its own digital ledger, just like it currently does with respect to interbank payments. The core idea here is simply to allow all U.S. citizens and lawful resident local governments, non-banking firms, and non-business entities to open transactional accounts directly with the Federal Reserve, thus bypassing private depository institutions. She wrote, in this sense, it is a variation on the familiar Fed accounts or Fed coin, digital dollar wallets, etc. theme. In principle, Fed accounts can be made available as an alternate to bank deposit accounts upon a person's request. But the more effective option, she said, would be to transform all deposits to the Fed. All deposits to the Fed. We're looking at a big change coming to the banking system. Warren Buffett, he sees that this is going to be the future, and the future could be one where big government gets like this and it grows to like this. And when that happens, banks, they start losing more and more power. They start losing control of their business operations, and ultimately values fall. So he sees a world where bank stocks are not going to do so well. The US economy is not going to do so well. Because during this whole transitional period, what's very likely to happen is we're going to see a lot of people get lost. We're going to see a lot of people get really obliterated by this transition. This isn't something small, as if you're just transferring money from one bank to another. This is a restructuring of the US. What do you think about everything that's happening right now? What do you think about Warren Buffett's play with dumping bank stocks? Where do you see the US economy going in the next, say, 6 months to 12 months? Possibly from 6 months to 12 months to possibly the next 3 to 5 years. I see a whole new world slowly getting rebuilt. Drop your comments below, smash that like button, subscribe here. Consider subbing on my second channel, my personal channel, down below. I'll leave the links. See you guys next video. YouTube Success Blueprint. If you've enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into growing your YouTube channel and create passive income as a YouTuber, check out my YouTube Success Blueprint by clicking the link in the description below this video. One of the richest men in the world, Warren Buffett, once said, "Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out a bucket, not a thimble." I get the feeling that many men and women today are using thimbles instead of buckets. The truth is that we're in a huge wave of opportunity. I'm not suggesting that the current situation hasn't caused any financial damage to people's lives, because it certainly has. You may be one of those who have been fired, transferred, demoted, or had his assets repossessed. When looking up my own channel statistics on Social Blade, you can see that I was able to grow from a mere 11,000 subscribers to 120,000 subscribers in just 15 months. You could do this too, and I want to show you how. My YouTube Success Blueprint is a complete A to Z guide that teaches you the necessary steps in order to get your channel up and running within a few days. YouTube is an explosive avenue where you could earn thousands of dollars based simply on uploading videos and monetizing them for views. Think of a bridge with a toll on it. That is a video that's monetized on YouTube. It also serves as a great channel to capture leads and potential new clients. Personally, I'm receiving roughly $30,000 per month in video views through Google AdSense just by people watching my videos on YouTube with 120,000 subscribers. This number is likely only going to grow as more and more people become accustomed to using YouTube. We have roughly 2.3 billion monthly users on YouTube, and I could see that number hit 3 billion in no time. To learn more about growing your YouTube channel and creating passive income as a YouTuber, register for my YouTube Success Blueprint by clicking the link in the description below this video.